Prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros! Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Amy?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, huh?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay. But there was so many coaches you could have said. What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach passing level junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CSGO.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I could see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred. Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant.
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite.
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
It's okay.
Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that.
I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Better.
Name 3 teams who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 things Hunter hates. Cuke, the... I got lost. How do you say opposite of cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms. And losing in finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band
Okay guys, so we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea like where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or Smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or Smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are focused more on B. The second thing to watch out for also in the connector is whenever this flash is thrown. Now this flash signals a more A-sided default where Kerrigan is also in connector and FaZe as a whole are focused more on getting control towards the A side of the map. Now over on the CT side, we also want to know the basic positions of players on the map. We should be looking out for Rain as the A rifler, Brokey as the A opper, Kerrigan and Twist as the B players, and lastly Robs as the B rotator. The last thing to look out for is this close monster setup at B. Kerrigan and Twist like to play this setup quite often where one player is playing anti-flash and the second is taking contact. Being able to break this setup will be the key to hitting B. That's going to wrap it up. Look out for these tendencies the next time FaZe play on Overpass.
What up, future pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break. But shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump out the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
For the back guy. Okay. On the back guy.
Oh, I didn't heal. I had 2 medis. There's so many little ants down there, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, guy below rush, below the water tower. Or show it.
Yeah, good luck. Looks good. Oh my goodness.
Both.
Going.
So, getting pushed by the zone, going around the back. Yeah, I caught that on can to count.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go
here at the red hut at the back. Okay. At this red hut rush. The big rock.
Going.
In the water one.
I got the water.
In between the rocks. In the smoke. A knife.
I was just waiting.
I lost 50 HP and didn't get where I needed to get. So. We'll put that one in the blooper reel, I think, right? 2 lighthouse front door. I'm just going.
Okay.
I got no idea. Oh, I'm on 1, on 2.
Coming. I'm going for the goon.
Close to me.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh lordy.
is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Heroic Inferno and then Nuke. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy.
1x bet odds, it's not crazy blown out right now, so a bit of faith given as up mid we go. They've actually found an avenue for success here. If they wrap quick onto A, Shush and Refresh are in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, they're on a timing. Smoke's interesting. Denies Pit, but no one there. Refresh is not down yet. And oh no, Shush has clicked 2 heads. It's only Cirque that finds one back for the Geniuses, and they've lost enough troops. It's just SS in a 1v1 head-to-head. We already see Heroic take that one. And Shush got a big smile on his face. Where was he residing?
He was up towards apartments, right?
Just
so he was playing for information early. Then he just went back through apartments. Refresh was in the site. That was actually the perfect call to be able to deal with the setup they had because it was 3B in case of a B rush. But this is Shush just picking him off as they're coming on through. And the reason this so get clustered there is because Refresh is alive in the site where he probably shouldn't be. He flubbed these lines for the early kill and they were unable to deal with him over the tip of the headshot box. But here we go into the first, well, you can take a look. Well, you can't take a look. We can take a look at the trophies in the server. Everybody here has made it to the playoffs of a major at a minimum. Stu, Rush, and Automatic all won with Cloud9 back in 2018.
That is, I mean, that's a flex, a perma flex, when the golden trophy is by your name.
All right, well, surely we're going to get a bit more traction here. It's a 4-0 blanked out start here for EG. No plan, barely any kills, barely any damage whatsoever, and Heroic are going to be licking their lips about this one. 4 players top banana early. This is one of the classic Cadian calls, putting so much faith right now in Shush, the anchor of A.
Smoke Stewie through. Could still come back to bite him if they were to progress, but actually Heroic happy to cage them. It feels like they're really happy to dump this util early and then back themselves individually.
One of the things is when you have 4 players come across, they can use a lot of utility, and then your B anchors are left with a little bit more, which might catch EG off guard as they start to comb through this map territory. And Shush on the other side of the map has taken down that of Automatic. Aggressive again, it was a wallbang kill, so that's a rough one to swallow. It must have been just the spam. We might catch that one back on the replay there, but that looks like it was devastating for poor Automatic.
Yeah, look at his corpse. Bedroom.
They only have 2 smokes left to execute, 45 seconds remaining. Real issues.
I don't envy Breeze. I don't envy Breeze at all.
That's going to hit him. They know he's close.
Oh, he just evades the spray. Majority of it missed, but...
There's a smoke on B, Alex. Watch this. He should smoke now. Block him off 10 seconds. There it is. Save.
Or run through, hold W, and die. That's how it goes. Down with a double spray. The first 2 contributions that's been required of him, and nearly a third. Stewie's got to hold on to that AWP, does retrieve it. Oh, and Heroic are going to make this uncomfortable. Stewie stuck around logs. He's dead. The orb's gone. There's no way you're going to be allowed to save that one. And now CTs get themselves a freebie. Oh dear. Harrowing times for EG, and we're only just starting Inferno.
5 rounds of play. Cirque's still the only player with a kill. I'm going to keep updating this. It's really important. They're not even fragging. They're not going to have a single chance in this game, guys. It's quite simple in Counter-Strike.
According to our color commentator, they need kills. It's quite important.
Very important. Maybe here it is.
The most important? Yeah, you know what? If I had to take a bet, that's the first time Automatics died to that wallbang.
That is not fun, right? And it's very rare to see that pay off. You see Elige do it a couple of times, but it's not something that pays off all too often. Now,
he's using the wall hack dart. He's darted me.
If you, who's that? Sova. Yeah, that's right. If you watch the demos and you see the timing in which they like to progress, you know when you're going to go for that spam, right? And Shush has been masterful over towards A. So this is the situation, guys. Tessus and Stown yet to die. Shush, Refresh, and Cadian have all died once. And this is not the start, I think, that Maui was hoping for when he said, boys, don't give away the early advantage. Stu can call pretty well in the 5v5. So they're not even getting the map control. Saved AK. Couple of nades again.
I'd argue that they're not being allowed to. Every time they've tried, it's just resulted in demise, death, destruction, something to celebrate. Cadian and Stown are operating at half health thanks to the util early B. Now, it is just breezy on that hero AK.
Pop flash through mid, maybe something that's a bit more scrimmy. And I know that sounds crazy, but they've just been getting picked off, right? If they do something as a unit, you're hoping that they could trade out. Boosted up on the half wall. Cadian can stay posted here. Stown's going to play below him. This is a powerful setup. You see Gambit run this one every now and again. 2 arch side. Tessus this time on the balcony, and Long is smoked off. It's not really fair as a refresh. Be nice.
Oof. Yeah, Rush gone, forced to watch as this 4v5 likely to get worse. It is Breezy trying to be proactive, productive with his time. Refresh has to reload, and that might have been a cue for Breeze to push. He does, not the multi required. And they will try and flood into Refresh's position. 17 bullets is more than enough as he sprays them all down. It could be an ace for Refresh for the career stats. Get another one in there. Oh, nice. Stewie gets the finish and denies that. But yeah, still getting a bit dire. 4 kills total for EG, 6 rounds in. And Refresh just found them, the equivalent, 4 kills in, I think it was less than 3 seconds.
Things are going pretty well for Heroic right now. I don't think that needs to be stated. Lots of cash in the back pocket here. Yeah, the opening one through the smoke, it is just adding insult to injury as far as these rounds are going. Now, Breeze into a Galil, or back out for Cirque. A little bit light on for the util for Cirque here, but if he can find something with a T-side AWP, that's what they're looking for. Run boost!
Whee!
Delivery.
Oh, that is lovely from Cadian, flying into that second mid peak, and Breeze has just lost half of his health, progressing through the apps. They're so good at finding this chip damage. I'm actually just going to double check it.
I like that right there. I think that was to be so simple, do that type of a maneuver. We've also seen Zywood going for the picks in the gap smoke, right? Because you see the deep mid smoke, a lot of teams throw. I think G2 was the first team we highlighted doing it from spawn. And now leaving an intentional gap to go for that second mid pick. Oh, it's down, away he needs to get. Burnt to 48 points of health. So this one's looking better for EG. Everyone's still alive with a minute 10 on the clock.
Just did some quick maths on the abacus. 450 utility damage, 6 rounds in.
That's pretty
And there's
tight.
some more.
Yep, that one's going to chunk away.
About 500 now. That's brutal, and there's more to come if you really want to push the flames, push the issue. You don't need to. Yeah, 4B.
It's 4 CTs B.
If anyone could just go poke and prod without something as telegraphed as a smoke and flash.
Blind.
Still pulls the trigger. Big contribution from Cirque. An advantage now for EG. Round 7 needs to be one that they can inscribe on the board.
It's a good push from Automatic here. They need to go towards A. It's just one man, just shush on the site. This is their best opportunity since the pistol.
They are going to commit together as a unit out the apartments. You can see a nice smoke to obscure his view. He has vision, though, on the balcony fight.
30 seconds.
Could go wrong. Still, a threat is Refresh. Kept honest. They need to clear out. Shush on the box. He's down. Should be a plan, should be around. Cadian firing off warning shots. It's down late mid, and a maybe. With 10k in the bank, they're feeling ambitious.
Look, if they're not concerned about EG at all, they'll go for it. If they're respecting them enough to know that they can still get out of control, they will save. Right? There's really no reason to go for this 3-on-2 retake whatsoever. Cadian's gamble stack doesn't pay off, and that is actually the nature of Heroic, right? We talk about Gambit and how they play things by the book, right? This team here doing the percentage plays and they'll lose rounds that they should. Well, Heroic are going to maybe lose rounds that they shouldn't because they do these stacks exactly like what you've just seen here. He's down doing some damage, trying to make sure they don't carry too much through to the next. He's going to flash and fight. He's really looking for kills here.
Yeah, they could take the AWP away with a wall bang. Oh my god, Cirque.
See you later, 2 of them are dead. Oh, it was a deep site plant. If it was a default plant, they were definitely dead. Very fortunate there with the position of the bomb.
Wow, Heroic really are trying to turn the thumb screws. They want EG to be in full nightmare Counter-Strike match mode, where you just feel like nothing's going your way. The util damage after that round is still just running away with it. The leading damages is that of Refresh and Shush, so keep your eyes on them.
Positive one. Now everybody for EG is going to kill, right? So now they're on the board. Now they can start whirring into action here. There's the deep mid smoke again, this time with no gap. Cadian across, and okay, Cadian's got an M4 in his hand, and he look at this.
Yeah, this is going to really upset them. Ooh.
Next round, I might expect them to reel it in. If you lose 2 consecutive, you're going to be feeling a little bit rough about things. Now, this position that Stewie's in right now, we've seen NIP, especially when Device is in the roster, try and do a waterfall strategy where he'd throw flashes and smokes from this position. But if they can't get past Refresh, they're in trouble.
Too easy. Bait, switch. Just like that, both of them. Top of the scoreboard, get a frag apiece. Breeze, low HP, whips out the AWAP. And no real grounds for a way back in here. The scope has been heard, a pre-fire and a nade likely. Oh, Stewie. Stewie's just opened up the B site. Stay alive now, Breeze. He's got the bomb. Oh my god.
Seen that go wrong before, haven't we, old Slaxy boy?
Oh no, you might go down here. They're looking, and they've done it. So yeah, great frag rush. This gets really difficult now.
Good smoke.
Stops Refresh, yeah, and now it's just Shush. He can't take too long about this.
Shush should just play for info, because it'll allow Refresh to pop through the smoke and kill Rush while he tries to go B. Oh, that one's easy. Through, yeah, Rush, at least he's aware that that push was possible. That's why he's going looking through, so it doesn't get made to look silly. I know he walks through the grey screen, but trying to account for all the possibilities. 7-1, quickly getting away now on EG's map choice.
Rush is big too. Do you think he'd have a chance in the Blame F duel?
Well, think about it. Blame is probably 2 rushes put together.
Yeah, okay.
And he has a config which is probably about the same size as Rush.
But I learned yesterday that Crad has a black belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Maybe we could like mix martial arts our way to a win against the Titan.
Okay, well, because the Blame obviously has strength. I don't know if he has any training. No, that's one of the questions. So,
okay. They really want to deal with this deep smoke. Like Stown is demanding respect. Deep smoke, and he puts tracers down, and yeah, you find yourself killing chickens at T-spawn.
Well, this is one of the things with Inferno, right? If you're going to wait out the banana util, the next piece of the puzzle that you should be working on while you're sitting on your haunches and waiting for that to subside is boiler and halls control. Because from that point, you can then molly under porch, you can smoke off towards long, and you can start to work on a bit of map real estate while banana is being patiently watched on out. exactly as we've seen being done from Rush here. But Heroic, ever aware, will try and force them back with util of their own kind. Window flash for the car position could be good from Cirque, but don't have an AWP to swing on.
Cadian likely to stick around on this. And that's a big headshot.
Sat down.
A high scalp, Stewie with his knife out and allowed to take 2. Down, finally shut down in a 3v3. We got to get a move on, get a wiggle on. Tessus is there. They pull up their socks and charge into the site, into the back, and a nice deep Molotov for good measure.
Good lurk play coming in here. Oh, through the smoke, Rush to AWP. Not going to miss that one.
Great shot. Tessus running them down, bodyguarded by Cirque, and now Breeze with the flank to finish. We have a second for EG.
Well done. Very well done right there. I think that the 2 kills from Stan and Banana, it wasn't quite enough to get them across. Now, guys, if you hear some tape in the background, we're doing some fixing on the fly. We're turning our little sanctum of casting into a safer workplace. Got health and safety out here. That stands for occupational. And they're just doing all the checks. They're just making sure everything's okay.
Nice shot just on the hip emerging. So a second, and I mean, you know, on T-side Inferno, if they can find a couple of consecutive, this would be a good haul for EG. 2 is not enough. Captain Obvious puts on his red underpants again.
This is the round right here, though. If they're able to pick this one up, right, they break the bank of Heroic, maybe even force them into considering a save. So that is going to be one of the quick questions to answer. If EG can get a nice one out of Stu again, right? You have to think about that. It was his opening onto Cadian that even allowed this one to be a possibility. The desk was highlighting Stan, how he's separating himself from the rest of the team here with some of the performances that he's been notching up in recent times. Well, at the moment, he hasn't been called upon too much. Let's see if he can activate with some massive plays as the game continues forward. But I think EG have clawed back the respect they didn't have early from Heroic.
All right, well, this is, at this point in time, going to be a 4v4 if you do want to run through those. I feel like there's a lot of conversation, a lot of democracy in the EG camp right now.
They're going to flash and fight, I think, so this long setup could get rumbled here. Well-placed Molotov will delay this one out. They don't even have to fight this Heroic. They can give it up now. Time's on their side.
Oh my god, that was the bomb going first. Oh, and it's too easy for Refresh. 18-4. He's genuinely just having a little game of deathmatch on his own. Warming up. Exit 3 as they come in, single file. Good Molotov, and Shush should burn down and finished off. Cirque with 1, needs a quickie. Refresh is dancing with death. Oh, God, Dink is found. The beret knocked off of the head of Cirque, but this is all about a hard clear now onto Tessus. They can break Heroic. They could have broken Heroic, and that's the end of that. 8, they win out the half. Economy safe, AWP saved, and EG back to the drawing board, scratching their heads at this point.
Yeah, some, well, problems for EG in more than one regard. Like now they're at least being given the respect of not just getting pushed within the first, 15 to 20 seconds, but the fact that the bomb's gone out first, as you mentioned here, I think the rally of utility coming out from Heroic was jarring. They didn't know how to respond to it correctly, and as the clock starts to whittle down and they don't have any territory, they get a bit more desperate, right? So unfortunate, but they will be able to buy back in here. Lost bonus is on their side. Cadian posted up with the AWP. Look at this push. Hello.
Oh, cheeky beam gets 1 and 2 somehow. Miraculously, the round is already over. Just like that, charging into middle. Really are just bullying EG at this point.
Yeah, I just said the respect was brought back. I think we'll cancel that.
Yeah, I don't think Heroic got the memo. They really are just having the best of times. My 20 frags for Refresh.
Only 20?
Only, with Stown and Cadian sitting on rather meager 3 and 5 respectively. It's just a question of who sees them first.
I think over towards the B bomb site is probably where EG want to continue to go if that's the frag count for Stown. But yeah, things just aren't going their way. They're just being walked all over right now, the evil geniuses. It's going to be some pistol upgrades. The AWP, well, it will ring out, and they know where it starts. And hoping to see if that's where it can finish. Not afraid of these Deagles. As they cross mid, they throw out some more utility to soften up EG, who are trying to take a bit of pace out of this. Now, if you're watching at home and...
I really want North American Counter-Strike back on the map, Chad. I really do.
We got Liquid.
Yeah, we do.
Does Fury count?
American Counter-Strike.
Okay, so, yeah, look, we got Liquid.
I think the South Americans have done that on their own.
Oh, there it is. Refresh with a couple more. Up to 22 kills now and counting.
He's nearly got a double kill per round.
That's pretty nice.
Pretty sick average.
So those of you who are wondering where Malik is, I know that EG put out a statement. You can go and read that on their Twitter if you would like. They have Evie behind them, another Frenchman. And he's operating as the coach for them at this event. So
I saw the Coach Carter pic you were referencing. Coach Carter in the flesh in the EG office.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good film. If you guys haven't seen it, recommend giving it a watch.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson plays Coach Carter in that one. No snakes on a plane.
I've had it with these goddamn coaches in this goddamn game.
Rapid game on point here, and so's the utility game. Shush has just dissuaded them from getting up into Boiler early. Then he's thrown that nade, which if he was 1 or 2 seconds later, you could see where they're starting to take roost. 3 players top B, another one of these heroic gambly calls. And last time they did 4B, it came back to bite them in the ass.
I wouldn't want to round that corner. Look at that, a reactionary flash and a scope and a rifle ready for you if you do come their way. They are wrapping into Refresh and Shush's domain, though. These are the 2 highest flyers, and I don't fancy their chances. It's the numbers game, and it's perfect right now, but smoked off, and you can see Breeze is lining up for a re-smoke, but by the time it's out, the rotate's
Library on
there.
mid-long here. Looks like it could be deep for Library.
He has posted up.
Oh, it's the mid-long smoke, okay. Careful now, Tessus. You're in no man's land for the initial bullet. Trying to bait him into Cadian. Oh, and a miss.
Shot. Automatic punishes that miss, and now knows Tessus occupies Library. Barrel knows he's tight right.
Just down on B, and they're coming his way.
Nice shot again. Automatic, some heavy contributions could lead to a third here. They're wrapping in. Stown playing for that fight on CT, and we'll find it. Automatic kept honest.
2 up Banana here for the retake.
Can't lose Breeze here. You need more. Nice from Cirque. Okay, now he can be worried about CT. Shush and Stown slithering in. That's the fight. Gonna bait in. No util to force them out of new box. Nice find. Cirque has got himself another up to 11. And Stown now just trying to cage their exit. He wants to make this costly and, well, unable to do so. That's a lot of good shooting from Cirque, just getting the necessary frags to pull a third across the line.
Out of 2 of the rounds, and obviously things are going very well here, right? And I'm not trying to point him out and talk smack or anything like this, but just the keys to how EG have gotten rounds on the board is Cadian with misses. The one through Banana where Stewie just wide swung him and owned him, and then this one right here onto Automatic, where Automatic he didn't skip a beat. And the thing with that is Cadian only has to worry about that angle because of the type of smoke that they've thrown.
Did they lose the 4v5 when Cadian pushed apps? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, you're right, they did. So, yeah. So Cadian obviously having some key positions held with that AWP. So can't go down without at least 1 frag, right? We'll see if that continues here. 2 rounds left within this first half. PG can get 5, they're in it, right? There's no conversation. 5.
Yeah, must wins. Must wins right here. And you've got a lot of control, actually. No funny business, no early deaths, no shush in apps. Banana will need to be retaken, though. Whose responsibility will that be, and will that bomb be carried to safety? Stown got extra nades to pick up at his log's position.
Thank you very much. That tree was fun when you could boost in it. Anything's real grimy.
The definition of fun is different to mine. The grimiest of tree spots. And 4 leaning A. Is this a gamble or is this just...
keep doing this, right? I think that they're just trying to read the flow of the game. So the team trusts Cadian, like, without a doubt. So if he says, hey, let's do this setup, they always listen, they always follow through. Stown needs to be super careful here. If they flash and go, he's on the reload. Here they come.
Full blind, he sticks around, Stown, oh my god, if he catches them out! The flash, the frags, nearly 3! Cirque finds it as his vision's restored, but Stown mission accomplished. He's got the supportive flashes, Tessus just sets him up, but success, and Breeze set up for failure there.
Rotation coming, Cadian's on his way.
Perfect.
Yeah, well this one isn't going to do anything to Tessus. They can smoke CT off short.
Another molly.
That might do something.
Not going well for the Geniuses, and that will be 11. Heroic climbing towards that 16 here in the first half.
I would like to be in exist position right now. Yeah. You don't have to do a lot.
I reckon if you ever did have to call a timeout, you'd just be sitting there with couple of recaps of what you liked most. Yeah, that was nice. I like this.
Really good flash Tessus, right? Tessus is the king of that round.
Yep.
I'm sure Stan gets the kills, but in Team Counter-Strike, Tessus is key. So here we go. Final round, first half, number 15. Which way is it going to go? 12-3 would be a beaut for Heroic. And, oh, Mac 10 in the hands of Automatic as KDN wants to try his luck with the AWP train down mid. And seen him jump back. Look at this push. Look at the aggression.
So comfortable with this. This is how they've picked up the quickest round of the half so far. They might find another one here. Look at that flash. Rush is safe. He knows this implies there's more to come.
They've heard refresh. He should be dead. Oh, what? How did he not?
I'm not sure.
I feel like he would have heard the footsteps. Maybe there was a lot of comms going on at the moment, right? There's lots of answers to that, but there's still a chance right now, 3v4.
Yeah, but look at Refresh's position. You just have to wait, and now Cirque might get snapped on. They bait, they hit, the shot. Automatic has actually hit a couple of bangers, but Cirque unprepared for Tessus.
Bomb down now.
Oh, yeah, under the CT toes with 60 seconds to go. Breeze might have to be the hero or not, actually. Tessus clips his wings. And damn, Automatic did a lot with that Mac 10. 12 already in the bank. Looking good, very good in the Heroic hood. We're going to take a break. And if you haven't hydrated, why don't you grab yourself a little half liter? Because that's a... How does the math...
Making a pretty strong case. Yam throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
This is ridiculous.
Crazy.
3.7.
That's a lot. That's a lot of hydration. So do get onto your hydration stations if you're feeling a little low energy. I'm sure Heroic aren't because they are sprinting to the finish line of Inferno. I'm looking forward to Nuke. We may even have a special guest, so do stay tuned. 1xBet implies that Heroic have already got this one in the bag, 1-9, and we've got an opportunity to see EG close this gap somewhat. You know, a CT pistol, they call them a coin toss.
Look how many flashes they have on the CT side. Like, they would surely be attempting a lot of info plays with these flashes. There's so many flashes to have. I can say flash again if everybody wants,
please.
But these flashes might be gone in a flash.
Yeah, Cadian's just gone up long and found nothing, and Heroic will just execute through. Stewie, called upon here. Divider smoke dropped. Not going to help him out on his initial cross back, but he's through to the new box and lost his head. Sight lost. Retake unfavorable. Flashes would be good for a retake. You got 2 left.
5v4 still. Oh, they pushed through. This is very risky, Heroic.
Yeah, they are playing naughty games here. And there's so many around this corner. Look at the wide swing.
Shot,
good
though.
shot. Yeah, finds one. Cadian doubles up.
This is just aim at right now. Stand and deliver.
Oh, rush. Kit and 2 flashes lie idle on the floor. And that's the end of that.
And a burst fire. I love it.
Fire for the BM.
I love it from Shush. You rarely use it. You rarely see it. It rarely works. But when it does, you got to highlight it. You got to talk about it. You've got to get it the topic of conversation. Should we just move on to map 2 now, or would you like to see a couple more rounds of Inferno?
I think I'll sit it out. I'll watch the conclusion here.
Okay, well, Graham Pitt, we'll get him on the line.
He's throwing in the towel.
It's great having Graham here. You know, he can adjudicate over everything.
Yeah, he's a referee in our lives, essentially.
Whether he likes it or not.
And
the B rush.
They're rushing. Rush B.
I love it.
No stop.
Hello.
And it's over.
All right, round number 11. Wait, what? Round number 17. I was going to say 11. Yeah, I'm sitting back on an angle.
Yeah, you are.
And I don't even know why I said 11. Obviously, it's been more than 11 rounds, as this is about to be their 14th.
Ah, they've even got a little setup smoke boost. Let's find synonyms for uninfused.
So I did send an email, like when EG were rebuilding, and I sent an email to them. Danny, what's his name? Engels? Is that his name? I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Danny. But I sent him an email, and I suggested him a North American team, which is basically the complexity that Graham built.
Oh, cool.
I just suggested, like, Obo, but then Obo was a no-go, apparently. So
wonder what his star sign is.
That would be something to learn about. That, if you want to find out, guys, it's on Wikipedia now. You can see all the players' star signs. If you're worried about mine, I'm a Leo.
So let's find out,
What are
Chad.
you?
I'm a Virgo. Virgo and Leo compatibility. Virgo and Leo together can make every day magical. Aw.
Okay.
Both signs love to be effective.
Can make every day magical.
We do love to be effective, Chad. And we love to see tangible rewards from their hard work.
I do like tangible rewards.
Leo's humor takes the edge off of Virgo's serious nature.
Maybe that's the other way around.
Yeah, Virgo's humor takes the edge off of Virgo's serious nature.
We can tweak this.
Virgo shows the lion the value of patience. Oh god, it's definitely rise backwards.
Yeah.
And let's see if perhaps EG can turn this game backwards. That's a segue. That's a segue. It's not with faith, but it is. Have you ever been on a segue?
You gotta have faith. But no, but when we did, I had seen a very brutal segue accident once upon a time. I think Jason Moses O'Toole was with me, and we were walking around the lovely city of Krakow.
Krakow.
And there was just blood on the ground.
What?
Yeah, someone had face planted off a Segway. They're quite dangerous, the old Segway. I don't think I would. I've fallen off a skateboard recently. I don't think I'd like to face plant off a Segway.
The millionaire owner of the Segway company died after falling from cliffs while riding one.
That just sucks, doesn't it?
It's just the worst, most ironic death to concede. It's tragic, it really is. Poor soul.
Off a cliff, too.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
Yikes. All right, well, Cadian's going to sell a little bit of something over towards A. He's going to send that... I thought he was going to send that to Midas. I think he has, yeah. So they're going to try and do a mid to B here. Divide and conquer. Oh, a bad one from Cirque there. This is interesting now. 30 seconds. Doable for EG.
They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no way! Matic's dead and taken 2.
Winnable.
Still winnable in the bottom of 18 seconds.
Oh, your shadow!
Oh, a cheeky bit of ankle betrays Breeze.
Good smoke.
Wait a second. Cancels the plan. Stray bullets reveal Cirque's position. They are tagging Cadian, and now Cirque with a 9 HP clutch.
Well, it was winnable for a large chunk of that round, but this is 15. Now, I had a way out there, because if Cirque got that kill, I could have said 15 kills for Cirque, right? See, you know, I was ready. I was ready just in case. But AWP in the hands of the man in question. M4's for the rest. You two looking good. And I think that if you're heroic, you may as well just try and finish this one with pace. Why not? Why not?
Oh, if he hits the 3rd, I am screaming and squealing.
You're talking about pyramids.
Oh, yeah, pyramids and clay. 15-3. Okay, let's give this the due commentary respect.
All right, give it the beans.
Let's show them what we're supposed to have been doing for every single one of these rounds.
Bit of a default spread here to, well, make it 3 over towards the base of Banana. Tassa's dealing with the mid push. You've got Refresh just dealing with Apartments. 25 kills for Refresh here. And with so much map control early, regroup, go for a bit of an exec. Heroic could really get away with whatever they'd like here. Cadian lining up some util.
It's funny that just as the long smoke lands, the other is released. Oh, good chip damage. Automatic throws a couple through. They are committing. Breeze to be tested. Pit side movement. Great from Tessas. Look at the gap. Nice. Not pipped. Rush stands and delivers as well. 2 in the feed. Make it 3. Rush is delivering on this defense. He's got Automatic alongside, and the 2 of them get it done. Nice play. Breeze with 1. And fist bumps exchange as EG demonstrate an ability to defend.
Lots of money right now. Cadian can drop a gun. Ooh, he bought an AWP. I was going to say he could drop a gun for Refresh, but maybe there's enough cash to make this one work regardless. A Tech 9 for Refresh will do it. And Breeze, obviously having an anchor player like him in the pit's always going to be nice. But he wasn't the key to all of that. It was the crossfire of Rush dealing with Tassas initially. So here we go. Cadian into the AWP. AKs for most, and that Tech 9 in the hands of Refresh. Now, 3 top Banana is the way this one will start. Until just to dissuade any business over towards that half wall early. Tassa's up and over into Boiler, and it's the same default spread again with, well, this time not Banana control. The power position should be good. Oh, 1 for 1 though. It's okay. Cirque saves them there.
Yeah, and with 15-4 at the scoreline. And on the T side for Heroic, they'd have to lose 11 rounds from this EG comeback.
They flash and explode on Stewie here. Same thing has happened to Stown. Almost a lineup. It's going to be 2.
Perfect. The 2K from Stewie. Ooh, info and gets out of dodge.
Done his job. Should have won the round. All matching from Automatic. There you see the purple knife and the purple gloves.
I respect it. Talking of purple, he has got the line-in strike, keeping it old school as he gets the info and peeks into Cirque. Overconfident and punished for it. Refresh with 25 and counting. So with Banana locked, Automatic's the one that's turned that key.
Well, he's won a couple of clutches against North Americans in a position very similar to this.
Oh yeah, so we have to say EG, extend play, and then he somehow manipulates an entire 1v4 out of nowhere. 1v5. Is it 1v4 or 5?
Against
Liquid, yeah.
I think it was
4? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I think it was 1v5.
I think it might be either. Either?
Either.
Either.
Who the?
Where the?
Well, 5 seconds left, and this one should be falling into its logical conclusion. Refresh goes down from behind. Automatic will get the kill. When that AWP was thrown away, you could see it up there, not able to be saved.
You ever had a Werther's original?
Yeah, I have indeed.
It's not a UK exclusive?
Nah.
You had him
They're
in Oz?
in plenty of places.
You had him in Oz?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thought made it down under.
We had something.
Oh, you guys got a couple things.
I saw Marmite's April Fool's tweet because me and them are kind of social media friends now.
Do they follow you?
Yeah, well, I think so.
That's nice.
I like to think so. I mean, I don't check, but I see their tweets and assume that we're friends.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know them by their first name.
Yeah, and they're doing a collab with Krispy Kreme, so.
That was the April Fool's. In Australia, we have Vegemite chocolate.
I bet that's pretty lit, actually.
I've never eaten it. That just is going to ruin it.
You ever had chili chocolate?
No.
That's legit.
Oof, that's legit. Nay, lots of damage done against this economical. A couple of Glocks. B250.
They don't lose to the Glocks, Chad. I looked into the future, into my crystal ball.
FaZe would be very unhappy if they did.
Alrighty then. Rush doing the moonwalk out of there and leaves with 4 finally down. Puts 1 back down, but the AK's recovered, maybe even automatic if he's quick, doesn't manage to get it. So 2 AKs juggled across. We do get the double AWPs out. And you know what? When you have double AWPs, you've got T's who won't have everything. We could certainly see EG put Heroic back in the pit.
I would like to see Heroic just do the hard B that they were doing with the Mac 10s. And they're actually going to go for a half investment here. So they could finish this right now. Because if it is the double AWPs, well, it is the double AWPs. They are extremely susceptible to being run on down by Tech9s. You cannot miss. 3 starting B, 2 towards A, the Cirque Breeze combo from the NRG days, and the Cloud9 combo on the other side. You're going to be assuming a gun round right here if you are EG, right? So the Tech9s could actually catch you off guard. Stewie has assistance in automatic, who is playing over towards Coffins right now with a flash in support. Trying to bait out something here with that early flash. Stew's actually going to creep slightly more aggressive, and as I say that, the backpedal too. But here they come.
This could catch them off guard with the pace.
Half-wall flash, surely likely.
He's got automatic with it cocked, but Stewie's going to have to take 1 shot. The jump to bait, or the boost is better. Stewie down, a huge problem, a gaping void as they look to commit. Could this really just be a half buy? EG could concede and down with the orb. This is falling apart. They're going to town.
Have to retake with Cirque's up now as well.
Oh, and they're going to do the boost. Who's coming through? Cirque and Breeze are about to provide. Oh, actually, the deep smoke's kind of trolled them. Everyone's hungry for the kills to finish this off.
Well, this is over.
It is. Shall I start the rap now? I've never tried that.
Wait till bomb's halfway ticked.
Okay. (16-6), the final scoreline. Heroic taking the first map. It was Evil Genius's pick, and that has not gone well. Evil Geniuses disappointed, and we're going to see if they are dilapidated heading into Nuke. Do stay tuned, though. We've got a special guest join us at the caster desk when we return. Analyst first. Looking forward to hearing the night shift back in action just as much as Heroic are looking good for the gold.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Future Pros. Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Amy?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, no?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay. But there were so many coaches you could have said. What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach passing level junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CS. Go.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I can see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred. Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite,
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
Name Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that.
I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Pero
Name 3 things who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 things Hunter hates. The... I got lost. How do you say opposite of cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms. I'm losing in finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team. It's gonna be exciting.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These Nuts.
These Nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These Nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy. Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Did you find out?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with CSGO.
Well, there was a band. I straight throw you a shitty one.
Nothing but thieves.
CSGO team.
100 thieves.
No, nothing but thieves.
This is bad.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. A band called No, Bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier. Yeah, I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a band.
Oh my god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about a name.
No, bro.
No, bro. Let's take that, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, double pony.
Really? Yes. It's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So that is true. I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a.
But yeah,
it's
it is.
team.
Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence again. Linked Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we have practiced against them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding.
Let me do another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yeah.
X twice.
Okay, guys. So we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be connector, and Twist.
Yeah, we're jumping straight on in. Let's get this pistol started. CT start for EG, and they're coming towards Cirque's domain. He's ready to try and click a couple of heads and would rather reposition. Oh, they're just crossing. They just want to take the jewels. No util required. Look at these Glocks. They're all hitting
They've
heads.
seen all 5 now.
They are going to rotate and acknowledge. Loud, automatic, tucked, and lots of pressure now. Good chance, and eventually finding some heads. Okay, mission accomplished. 2 remain for the Danes. Bomb loose.
Two on low HP from the CT side.
Cajun going towards hell. He could, I mean, will someone acknowledge the potential for a late ramp flank? If Stam can stay alive, Cajun could work magic, but no. They should just fall apart now.
You think it's a bit cocky of a pistol, just doing 5 cross secret like that?
Yeah, it is a bit, I think. I think 5 is just 1 too much because you're never afraid of any lurk, right? So if you're doing 4, they will always be afraid, oh, is he coming from behind? But 5, 1 too much, I think.
Well, he is coming from behind. 50 seconds left. Any kills for KDM would be nice here. One of your favorites in the server right now, Glaive.
For sure.
But, oof. Okay, well, spotted now. Shouldn't be too long for this world. I think, is it easy to be cocky after map 1 was such a blowout, do you think? Like, they were just running over them. Shush was super aggressive. It's something that carries through. Do you carry that through from map to map?
Yeah, for sure. You try to bring the momentum to next map.
Okay, well, they've been stopped.
It stopped pretty quickly.
I never know what to say about that. Like, we always use words like, the disrespect. Like, the way Inferno, Heroic just approached Inferno was, we're going to fast peek your second mid, we're going to push down Banana, we're going to push our own smokes, and the disrespect's the best word I land on.
Yes.
But that's something, you've probably felt both sides of that. You've played that style of play, and there's a reason that you approach lower teams with that initially. Can you explain the thought process?
You want to be like in the head from the beginning. You want to be really offensive in the beginning of the game, I think, because if you get too defensive, they will get a good feeling of the game. They will get the duels they want. But you want the duels that you want because you're the better team, right?
Sure.
So I think that's it.
That's a good way to frame it. Because we talk about like earning respect, like when you have the LFOs, the party astronauts. I think the same for Ago, right? Like you guys have been playing quite an aggressive style of Counter-Strike this event. You've been holding W a lot, especially Config, right? He is just non-stop. But, right, is there a point where you think, oh, this needs to stop? Like, do you call it up after like a couple of rounds or... Well, hold up a second.
It should be handled. Breeze, good for it, and dealt with. No issues.
I think the flash was just a bit too high, so it failed. Else Stewie would get flashed in main and wouldn't get a kill.
Suddenly there's a rifle, suddenly Breeze only gets one.
Yeah. But Config, he's really offensive, but it's like he's like a diamond in himself.
Okay.
And if you try to like pull it too much and make it like, I don't know how to say it in English, but he's like a really good player, and you should unleash him. He needs to be unleashed. Don't put him into a cave.
He needs the freedom.
Yeah, he needs the freedom.
Thrives in the freedom. Let's see what's happening then. We've got our first real round here. A couple of FAMASs left over for EG. This is going to be very indicative of how competitive of a CT side they throw at us. Wall of smokes.
They're not really putting a lot to help Cirque outside here, right? And he doesn't have an AWP here. He's on his own. Normally you see, like we had in your game earlier, Blame getting across into Warehouse or somebody going secret early. They've actually dropped one player lower of Automatic to respond to that now. So they're giving up a lot of territory here towards Yard intentionally.
He's boosted on ramp right now. They're going on him at ramp, I think. Yes.
Oh my god, Glaive catches it, and so does Rush. Only the one, though. Keeps him honest, and they've lost ramp room. Bomb lost. Committed. Stown once more. Whose responsibility is this?
Cirque is having a hard time now. He has to hold both outside and this one under heaven. That's pretty tough. Main is open as well. So this is one of the toughest situations when you don't have yard control and you don't have ramp control as well.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, he's just going to be on the jiggles. So now they can start turning their attention towards topside. You can see they've gone back through lobby with the bomb. Couple of smokes to work with here as well. Oof. If they keep pushing, Refresh should be good for 1 or 2 here.
Yeah, this is maybe a really brutal way to go down.
That's true. That's tough.
So late. So late. Shadow advantage. Stewie advantage. Makes it a 3v3. Short-lived. Shush. Immediate response. Double kill for Shush. They have the top side now. It's going to be Stewie and Automatic. Major champions in their own right, and Stewie demonstrates value. A big find.
But they have one in heaven. It's a really good after-plan position.
Not if you lose your site player. Stown has to come up clutch.
They know he's here.
Have a molly for him as well.
Oh my god. Let's see. He needs a kill before.
Molly trying to find the kill. Gets it and gets away.
Important kill.
Oh, Stewie's now in dire straits. Is planted for him. The flames will fade. Maybe he tickles it. Holding it. Stown faking him out. Stewie's got balls. Balls of steel.
Oh my god.
Balls of steel. And he does steal it away. Oh.
That's well done.
Yeah, you take those.
But it is tough to peek from where Stown is. Like, if the CT is holding you, you're probably gonna die. You need to like do a jump or something to see if he's diffusing.
I never know how that duel. Other players make it look easy, but it always feels unfavorable. Coming from heaven and peeking into sight, it just
don't like that.
Always feels nasty.
Yes.
I think with that position, you have to worry about the single box. You got to worry about like the Tetris box in front of him here as well. T-Vent, like if anyone does the pre-fires at home, that nuke heaven position is one of the hardest ones to kind of get through. But here we go, fast out the vents, down. I think he's lost in the smoke here. This is problematic. Yikes! That was not the plan.
But he's alive. I mean,
he's actually really good at getting down vents quickly, normally. But this time he's just going out main.
I mean, there's something to be said for it, though. It's a lot of control. I mean, look at Automatic. Is he cowering behind blue?
Do they even know? But it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't, does it? The setup just around that corner. Cirque yet to put his name in the feed. And they are starting to poke and prod with all of this space they've been given.
Heroic is good at doing this. Just walking outdoor.
They let the boost as well on that T-Vent if required, but Breeze one and done. Shush is in. Automatic sends one out of main, but he's not going to be prepared for refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, meant to be an easy kill. That's going to cost him there. 2v3 now. Bomb for Caden. He can drop down the vent. That'd be the right call, but he doesn't have X-ray. Poor guy.
He's probably afraid someone is down there, I believe.
Loud. Oh, and Shush does not win his head-to-head. It's up to Cadian to come up clutch, and Rush will make it 4.
This is looking pretty good. A much better start than what we just had on Inferno. So maybe one of the better starts that EG have had in all the maps that they've played so far, because against you boys, against Na'Vi, they just got absolutely wrecked. I was expecting more of the same here against Heroic, but this T-side nuke. Now, I think a bit of a question here is because we should take full advantage of this. We have, I guess, the master of nuke, right? That would be one way to... Yeah, but that's where I want to go with this. So the meta's obviously shifted significantly on this map. What do you think the biggest changes are so far? Well, since Astralis was the best nuke team in the world.
All the smoke lines.
Okay,
all
just so many more?
Smoke lines, so many more. I don't think we had that many before. I don't remember. Like when we played... Also, people are really good at, what is it called, like to turn off the Molotov so it gets into...
Extinguish.
Extinguish the Molotov, and that's really tough to play against the world. You need to have your yard player having an extra smoke to put it down if it gets extinguished. So, yeah, the meta right now is a lot about the yard smokes.
Well, you inspired this, so you happy with what you created?
Of course, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Keeps you on your toes, at least.
Yes, and I have to learn something as well. That's how it is.
It's going to be quick towards B here. They've already got this ramp control early. They can smoke off windows, single, molly towards the site and go. This is looking very good for Heroic now.
Yeah, Cadian's looking to be a late arrival. Rush is just going to hide and hope for the fade, trying to find any sort of information.
You always hope for a gap in that window smoke.
Nothing was there. Stewie catches a glimpse, more than he was hoping for, and Shush punished for the wide on the Mac-10. Getting hectic. The smoke has faded. Rush has profited. Refresh, however, with a double keeps us level.
But no bomb plant yet. Now it'll get tougher to get a bomb plant, I think.
Yeah, at least they can call vents clear. Cadian's got a lot on that, and now Breeze is holding.
Of course they're holding. That's tough.
Needed that. Refresh to plant.
No utility though, so Stound's going to have to find a kill here before they can get the bomb down and straight into Breeze. Great awareness from Breeze here. That should be the round.
Switched on. That was the only thing that, obviously, guys, the only reason EG haven't been dominating their group is they weren't picking nuke.
There you go.
Yeah, I've solved it.
They get the CT side if you let the other team pick it, I guess.
Aha, yes, cracked the code there. You would have the bleak outlook of starting T, which you can see how well it's going for Heroic. They can't let this one slip.
Oh, Refresh could go down after time here.
Is going up the vent? Yeah, he could, but he's just happy on the ladder.
Nice.
Staying on the ladder out of sight, I guess. Yeah, that's one thought. But this is a 5-0 start, and it's quite similar in fashion to how Inferno started. We don't have Cadian and Tessus on a kill yet. Stound has got 5, 4 for Refresh and 3 for Shush, but hasn't felt overly threatening. I think one round out of the bunch has, and that was the Stewie rounds, right? So it hasn't been nothing crazy.
I mean, this is why it's hard time to pick nuke right now, because of the silencer meta. It can be really tough to if you don't get a good start on T-side, it can be really tough.
I think it's about the opening kill, because it's hard to trade on that M4 if it gets the first.
I think so.
Oh. Okay, dealt with. Breeze is really coming into his own. He hits a dink onto Shush and finished by Automatic. They are committing. This is a fast round.
Big gap.
Yeah, which he'll continue to hit shots through. Big from Automatic, a re-smoke forced. They're out of util and out of man.
Great util for the retake though. Cirque has full kit left. Rush has got a bunch as well. They could drop the one way from Heaven. Wait, Cirque's out of position.
Oh, he gonna smoke the vent or the door. The vent door.
He's got so much util.
That's true. Oh, they had a smoke.
Fresh responsible for that duel with Rush.
Need to Molotov something? Oh, they're waiting for it. It's gonna be a late retake.
Super late. Smoke.
Long smoke.
In. Trying to clear out.
Good time now, boys.
Yeah, Refresh is good for it on Heaven. Don't have the time, don't have the frags, and lose everything in the process.
Oh, nice shooting. Nice shooting by Cirque there. He's going to go down with the bomb.
Oh, Heroic doesn't have any money now. Look at the money.
Yeah, you're bang on. We've got just above 4K for a couple of them, and then you have Shush and Cadian who are going to be below that 4K mark.
This is really tough on the T side.
But the CTs, yeah, look, they've been whittled down as well here. So Cirque's the only one with 4K, the rest of which are really going to struggle with Bite, and it should be a force, right?
Yeah, they have to.
It's always in that 1400 loss bonus. You have to go for that force.
Okay, so the CTs actually have worse money.
Yeah, but and that's just a product of the, well, the defuse round with 0 CTs alive. Yeah. Down and his hijinks towards the vent. It's actually going to be Cadian just bombing it with this Mac 10. He's so far ahead of the pack, and as an in-game leader yourself, when you get this much space, you want to round off this before, just by catching off Furlan.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I remember.
What is the objective of when you have got so much space? Are you making noise? Are you just a distraction?
Yeah, we tried to make that exact round, actually, where they walk into main.
Oh, it's actually a bit threatening. Rush has done well. Real good damage. Cirque does not commit to that fight and would rather play for the retake. We've seen this before.
That molly's perfect. Oh, maybe not. Just going to hold him at bay. Didn't land in the vent. Never flash on automatic here, but...
Scout and an MP9, though.
Yeah, not the best weapons for the retake. Fortunately, Shush is low. Down to half HP as well. So this is on, but if they risk it, they have to take a full eco next round.
Should they save?
The M4, round, right? Yeah. I mean, the CT event would be such an easy clear from Heaven, but Kestis is posted. Tag! He's been robbed! He had 55, he hits 54! Okay, more damage, I guess, but yeah, that will be the second for Heroic. EG, they put all their pennies into that and come up with nothing.
If you don't have the one-way smoke from for Heaven, it's really tough to retake, I think.
So you would have advised a save in that situation, you think?
Probably should because of their money, and they had an M4 silence, they had a scout and MP9 or something, right?
Does it play in as well if they, like, let's say that they were down 5-2 as opposed to being up 5-2. Do you think that would change whether they should go for it or not? Like, being up, now you have a round that's not threatening at all. Do you ever factor that in?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I think so too. If you're in the lead, it's better to save. Like, if you're behind, maybe you should just try to go for it.
Because this round is very bleak, right? Just have this Breeze, Zeus, and the P250 in the hands of automatics, so it's not... Oh, they're already into A.
Yeah, and
got this one done.
Refresh the bomb carrier actually didn't buy a weapon. Like, straight up rocking the armored Glock.
Now it's about farming who can get the most. So, Cadian's Mac 10 would be the best to find the kills, but I'm sure they'd just take them at this point. 5-3, about to be on the scoreboard.
It's so scary to only have a Glock, like, even against USPs.
Yeah. He's made it as difficult as possible. He's entering hard mode here.
But you rather want a Glock than a Deagle or something against USP no armor, I think. Like, Deagle can be so...
Yeah, I guess he just wants to have another pistol round. He thrives in that environment, and drive by lovely from the boys. It's even the SMGs that are getting the frags, so a couple of extra bits of funding for that AWP should it arrive.
Cadian is actually really good at, like, getting those SMG frags and getting a lot of money to the team.
So that is something that he prioritizes in that situation?
Yes.
They focus on that?
Yes, they focus on that thing. I think he has a good understanding of when they have really low money, and he usually just buys the Mac 10 or the MP9 and hunts them down.
We've been seeing that a couple of times throughout the Pro League group. Sorry, Chad, what were you saying?
I was just going to say, Cadian had one of the better spawns there. I thought that he might want to use it fast, but it looks like he's just going up on towards the roof here, so not going to use the Mac 10 for anything too quick. Looks like they're lining up for a top hit, though, because Cadian's on the roof lining up util. Teslas can also throw nades from where he is on silo, and they have 3 on the floor ready to go. That should be a Heaven smoke.
Popping hard.
Cirque with the response of util. 2 smokes on the site now. Breeze hiding within it. It's a big fight for you to take. Good damage. Cirque's Org fills the feed. He's being swung on. Smoke doesn't keep him safe. Cadian down, bomb 2, and Heroic full.
They used a new Molotov on the side. Everybody's using the same Molotov, but Heroic is using a new one. I never saw that one before.
You geek.
Yeah.
How did it differentiate? Just
no, they were like... yeah, it landed a bit further back into the side, so you can't like swing around the silo.
I noticed that another part of this is the wallbang you saw going like both CTs and Ts. I see Zip getting like 2 kills every nuke T side from just banging Hut at the right times. Yeah. That's something that we haven't seen
that is Furia things.
Years ago.
It's Furia things. They're banging every round.
It's a Furia thing.
Yeah, it's Furia things.
That's cool, and that's better. Oh my god, Refresh!
All right.
Beast!
That's some good spray control right there.
Hi guys, Refresh here. Welcome to the tutorial. I'm going to show you how to win nuke in the first 10 seconds.
That was sick. That was long-range spam control right there, and they've gone for that. I guess we're calling it like the reverse L block. Right? Well, obviously, you guys have all the different team names for it, but... Oh, hold up a second. Breeze might be onto something here. Nade, a little bit shy of the mark. Is pressured. And then the blind spot right now, so Breeze is about to get a shot from Tessus, who can't convert, so draws one back.
Yeah, recovery's not going to be easy. Refresh has done so much, and he is still very much prepared and ready.
No one's B, so this should be very easy right now for them to convert this round.
Unless Rush has a bit of a pop-off. Yeah, oh, he's dead, actually, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, that really was resolved after Refresh's finds.
Starting to look like an 8-7 half.
Oh, and giving away another gun, right? This is the same situation. Again, probably should have tried to hold on to their weapons. This is one of the things, and I feel that maybe this is one of the habits that comes from playing in North America, where maybe you win a 2-on-4, right? But over here, not going to happen.
Nope.
Do you reckon as well with...
Unless you're Shush, you can win everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Reliving that one, huh?
No, they just take it in turns, dude. It was Shush for you, it's been Refresh for Liquid,
That's
it's
right.
Cadian for Gambit. Everyone takes it in turns to have their moment in the sun for those guys.
Yeah.
And Stound's actually been one of their more consistent fraggers. You saw the analyst desk bring up his stats. One to watch and one to make the difference for them.
That's the thing. Who do you think is the most key member of Heroic, just from an in-game leader perspective? Because obviously we know the players that put up the numbers, but who do you think is the key to Heroic?
Things down.
Yep.
Down. And Stound is really good. Thesis can be really good, but yeah, sometimes he's lagging a bit in offline tournaments. I think online he can be really good for them Thesis. And Shoes is pretty good as well. And of course, like Cadian is a good in-game leader. So yeah.
It's a comfort one for Tessus as well. Spoken to Rene about it.
You spoke to him?
Mm.
Oh, Breeze could get a timing here.
Oh, but Silo could arrive any moment. Oh, it gets one. That was important.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you take those, except it was the only real rifle in play. I hadn't clocked that before.
Yeah, I think the fact that it at least caused a bit of chaos, right? Somebody might have to stay yard and watch the guns, because if EG want to go outside and try and grab them late, you can't just leave this position and give over two rifles here. Are these low buy rounds still some of the hardest to play against?
No, I don't think so. Not against USPs. But this is a really good tactic from Heroic, like when you just smoke off everything and you clear everything outside, and now they don't have any information about where you are.
Oh, how'd he get one?
I don't know how Sark pulled that off. There is still grounds for some hype here.
But you just have to stack now. And they're doing that. EG just stacking inside.
Oh, a real opportunity. Just warning shots. Tess's main. Rush gets info safely. He's gonna be hunted down though. 35. They have to make a decision soon, and that's the bomb. So Stound's kind of putting it all on him.
Oh my god.
He's gonna clear. Surely. Yep.
Modern day Counter-Strike, folks.
Well, if Tessus holds the vent rotate, Stound's fine.
Yeah, and so is this round.
Saved.
Good job.
Got a little bit awkward there, didn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I see you guys picking Ancient a lot. Do you like it?
I like it.
Okay.
I think it's a good map.
Yeah?
Yeah. A lot of different opportunities as T side, but also as CT side.
Okay, maybe you can help settle the debate, because it gets a bit of a shtick that it is just a CT heavy map. Do you think that's the case, or do you think people haven't truly discovered how to play the T side properly just
I mean, it's because mainly people are just going on B side, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think everybody has, or anybody has actually figured out how to go on A side, on the T side. And when we figure that out, then I think it's more going to be more T side favorite.
All right, big round then. Round 12. The ult back out for Cirque. He's going to be responsible secret.
The it can be a really nice position to go into secret with AWP. If you get all the way into stairs, then it's really nice. You get a lot of information.
Shush has actually been asked to throw 2 smokes.
He's definitely the utility player for the team. He does the same on Ancient from Spawn for them.
I imagine you must get some reads based on the wall of smokes thrown.
Yes.
You can make calls based on what smokes you see.
This smoke, you can only go down secret, right?
Oh, not even.
And they couldn't even do it. Probably would, but then now they have to do another plan. But would have sent 1 down secret at least.
Oh, hello and goodbye, Cadian. A big frag to find for Automatic. If they can now just lock it down, contain this main. Who's responsible for this? It's a FAMAS, but it works. Stewie delivers.
Second shot.
Right onto Shush. Could still be vulnerable. He's been jiggled. He's gonna have to drop sight, and Automatic has fought the fight. It's only down. And 1 of the 4 required. EG can't let this slip, but it looks scary. Rush secures 7. And EG, they could win out their defensive half.
Do you guys like the FAMAS?
I hate it.
Hate it with a passion.
What do you think?
I'm not sure. I think I need to practice with it a bit more. It looks like sometimes it just looks really crisp, and you get those 2 multi-kills and stuff like that.
Well, if you saw if you had a Galil and there's a FAMAS on the ground.
Oh yeah, which one you picking?
Oh, that's tough.
Got a Galil.
The Galil.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Galil.
All right.
I think so, yeah.
10 extra bullets.
That's true.
Yeah.
We don't need those, right?
If they just... Hey, with you spamming through the smokes, I'm sure every bullet just laser beams.
Yeah.
If they could just make the burst fire on the FAMAS just slightly better...
I don't know why they're so scared of buffing the FAMAS's burst. Did it used to be ridiculous in the oldie games?
In 1.6 and in Source, it was great.
1.6 was crazy.
Yeah.
It was. Everybody used burst, I think.
We all used to use burst fire on Glock as well, didn't we?
Yeah, that's true.
Now no one ever using that.
Wow, what have they got against it? Let's see how round 13 shapes up. But yeah, so it's actually crazy that we talk about Wall of Smokes, and that Wall of Smokes completely foiled by the gap.
Test us with a Mac 10 this time round. Are they going to try something fast with it? Like the vent drop with the Mac 10 is pretty juicy. Going fast down secret with that Mac 10 like we saw Cadian do before, but Teslas are just holding lobby with it.
Just your standard opening then, and a deep smoke just onto the squeaky door. Stown has his bottom tickled.
2 ramps. Cirque's actually taking the AWP over towards ramping around like this.
They only have 3 smokes left. So if they do the smoke line, they can't go in. They can't smoke off main. Oh, they have. Oh, they have.
The floor.
On the floor, okay.
So I think they're going to have 1 left.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Well, they have to use it this time.
Yeah, the bomb's maneuvering back into lobby, but Refresh is starting a crawl.
I think they're hoping to force a rotation, but with Cirque ramp, it doesn't seem likely they're going to bite too heavily right now.
If Refresh makes noise, Automatic may have heard that.
Well, they need a vent rotate here. Well, Rush is coming from ramp, actually. Never mind.
They're going to do the boost. AWP boost.
Yeah, I wonder if Cirque's even seen this before.
Cirque should win this, I think. You're not aiming at this when you're boosting. You're aiming down further against the rifle.
Okay.
But it could be tough.
Coming.
You have to pull it a bit off bots, the aim. Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, Cadian tagged him.
Oh my god. Pretty good.
Quick flick. Nice from Casper. Now then, into the test. Cirque's so low. I can't believe he's so close. He's just hoping for 1 more. Unexpected.
Oh dear.
And that is a disaster. Losing the vent rotate immediately. The House of Cards comes tumbling down.
They were pressured from Refresh as well, being down secret.
Really limits your positions.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, hold up a second. Knife out on the second.
Yeah.
Hold up. This is on. This is definitely on.
Very much on. He silently gets down the vents, and it could lead to the death of Refresh. Oh, quick. Again from the Dane. 3 frags and counting. Breeze would rather preserve the circle.
I feel like they're lucky to get away with that heroic. I think they thought the save was happening immediately there. Like, running up ramp like that, they just weren't aware for a player to be so close.
They probably have to force again, I think. EG.
Yeah, they're the worst point of the game, right, to have that low money. So their loss bonus only 1900 into the next. So what a rubbish position to find yourself.
Okay, go on then. Glaive, the in-game leader of EG. You call the coach pause. You've got 1 saved AWP. You're force buying around it. What's the call? Where's that AWP going?
You need to go with the AWP where the T's don't expect you, because the only thing the T's want now is to avoid the AWP. So do you want to go into yard? Not really. Maybe you want to put down a smoke wall, go fast inside, or go fast ramp. If you like, it's a bit of a gamble because the AWP player knows it as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of on him. Actually, you know what? The supporting cast isn't too bad. seeing those favored FAMAS.
It's like a top rush. They're
MP9s.
Windows for top side.
Round live, and fastest Cirque's Orb already feels the feed. Commitment though, need to see someone else put the bullets down range, and it's worked out all right. Cadian actually with the team kill.
Awareness here.
He was ready.
He heard him.
Brutal.
He ran through the Molotov.
Oh, the sound cue's given it away, and now a 2v2. Maybe automatic re-arriving lobby could be a difference maker. They heard that as well. Main smoke down the vent.
Good call.
It's
Chasing
perfectly.
their tail right now, yeah.
Oh wait, but one ratting the smoke. And he heard the rotate. Cirque is about to be flanked. They've played this so well, exploiting the rotates. He might even go back up.
Oh my god, they've just juked him.
So juked, and now they could even
flank
him. Oh no, well played indeed.
Oh my god.
A horrible death for him.
I would never pull out the knife.
Never ever?
No, never.
2 clicks.
Yeah.
That right there was because he was against the wall as well. You're never guaranteed to get the back in that situation. I don't know if Cadian heard automatic running in lobby earlier.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Because he started running from Squeaky Door as soon as Cirque went towards Secret as well.
It looked like they knew something because it just went down. Maybe they just gambled.
Yeah, but the react in that 2v2 or 2v3 at one point.
Give it a go, Tim. Why not?
Oh, that's lovely. Don't get caught with your knife out. Cadian close. He's going to go for the wall bang. Cadian doesn't choose to engage. Oh, baited. Info. He is close. Playing with the door now. Has a hole. Has info more. Cadian, close left. Automatic. Ready for the duel. He can't take it. It's 3 for Casper, Cadian, Muller, and only 3 of his 5. So he really comes online when they need him.
That was actually closer than it should have been, wasn't it?
Really?
Oh.
Well, there's that 8-7 you were talking about.
That's true.
He's going to go one way or the other.
Yeah, I was thinking for the CTs, but yes.
Well, you never know. Maybe these MP9s make it work this time around. It's a rough one here, isn't it, for poor Cirque?
But you say what they tried to do? They knew that had an AWP to just rush inside. You could rush ramp, you can rush inside, but stay away from yard.
Yeah, and Cirque managing to at least be in the right place, pulling the trigger on one, but the way he lost his life. What is this? Hyper-aggressive from automatic. Heroic never, ever get caught out like this. It's the bomb carrier.
Oh my god, the bomb.
That is a yikes. Tessus is dispatched to go get it. He heard the retreat warehouse, but it should be posted up by the AWP information.
Might not matter.
Dropped. It doesn't seem to matter. Well, they'll have to mid-round this. Automatic's not been able to get too much to celebrate about that. Nicely done. It's just up to Cirque, who's walking straight on into that spray. They're so low. Maybe Rush can make this a round to remember.
Optic sticker, that's OG.
Quite literally. Bomb has been planted. 1, 2. No, 1. 8-7 though, we will call it a half. A competitive one at that. We'll be back in just a moment. Catch your breath, tell your friends we got a Glaive debut on the casting desk, and it will return for the second half.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear. Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Special treat this evening is Lucas Glaive Rosander.
Thank you very much.
Let's go. T-Stide for Evil Geniuses.
How was the pronunciation of your last name?
Rosander.
Did he get it good?
Rosander.
Yeah, he got it good.
Rosander.
He's good at that.
Yeah, he's good with words.
50% of the time.
You say enough, some of them will land.
Yep.
It's your job.
Yeah, that's the problem. Expect odds are favouring Heroic here quite heavily. This is a top hut molly, your main smoke, and I picked towards Yard with the P250.
If you find something, you could force rotates, but look at the slither Stown is working with.
Top split here.
Coming in. Shush. Oh, makes a meal of that. Refresh on the site, and he's all alone. Doesn't seem to matter if the frags come in from the extremities. That's a big one. Zerg posts it. Stewie doesn't adjust immediately. Stown main, always a threat. 20 frags and counting for him. Stewie does well to reposition. I don't think he caught him. Catches a timing to tuck CT vent, but Tessa still with the low HP manages to find Zerg. Ooh, awkward.
Could win it. Rush should just hold heaven, and the other guy should hold main.
Needed that. Clean. Maybe Tessus walks into the crosshair. Rush doesn't find it. He's so paranoid about that heaven position. Distraction. Now they're running him down. Cadian in the 1v1.
Hit. I don't know if there's time.
There might be if you'd go down immediately. Okay, time has passed. And Rush has clutched. EG will take the pistol.
How tough is it to hit with a USP in the back?
It's crazy, right?
Crazy.
It's like the hardest killer in the game.
Oh my god, I hate it as well.
Yeah, back of the head in general just really...
You just shoot after them, you wait till the turn around, then you shoot again.
That's the thing, right? Like, if
okay, that's the secret. I'm going to try that.
But if you go to start shooting them in the body, they're just going to turn and like instantly goose you. It sucks.
Exactly,
it
sucks.
really sucks. I don't know why. Well, actually, to be fair, the USP is like crispy when it's like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it did get sketchy for a moment, but nicely recovered.
This is a 4-spy here, right? So you can see them into a couple of 5.7s, Deagle and a Scout. It's just a ramp rush.
So much pace behind this. North Americans love to
jump.
Open with a body, leaping through. Stewie has opened the account for EG. Stown can hit and has with a collateral to the body. Space is taken though, and the rotate is here. They don't have to rush this plant. They've got so much time.
Refresh has a kit, so they might want to consider going for this if they find a kill soon.
Nice find, nice from Cirque. Deals with Shush. Lingering in the smoke is Refresh. He wants to destabilize, cause some pandemonium.
Oh, hello.
Oh, God, looking the wrong way and booked. Refresh does emerge from his hidey smoke. Shouldn't be anything more to say about this. Stown trying to bait is, I think Cadian is already more than baiting. Yeah. Saving. So we are going to get a much more competitive scoreline. I need to recap all of EG's posting. So we had any results that
single
convinced
digits
us?
Against Astralis, right? You guys owned them like 16-6, 16-8. I'm pretty sure.
Against who? Sorry.
EG, yeah.
I don't even remember.
I think so.
Yeah, 16-9, 16-8.
I was a couple of rounds off.
But still sub double digits.
And then yesterday they played against Na'Vi, right?
So they're not going to win as big as we did.
There you go.
Aha.
Probably.
Yeah, don't speak too soon. It was,
oh my.
The Na'Vi one was a 16-2, so you're going to struggle to beat the Na'Vi speed.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god, Counter-Strike speed running. That's probably what...
What, having North American teams in your groups for?
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was going to say.
We're going up against Na'Vi tomorrow with the full lineup.
Oh, all right.
Hello.
I'm not sure if I could say.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
He's got the goss. He's got the scoop.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that would be
God,
exciting.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow.
That would be very exciting if that was true. Production right now just ripping their hair out.
They just prepared the...
Get him off the mic! Get that Lucas off the mic! Smokes are out early. It's down. Sweeps through Silo. He gets a nice little angle onto that. It is an art form in itself, isn't it? There are a few players that really get the feel for when and you can push through and exploit gaps.
Places here. So I guess we have somebody who is a bit of a smoke criminal, as much as Stewie in the server. But Glaive, you've been known to get a kill through a smoke. You love a good smoke push. You love playing around the smokes. What is it around the smokes like with your decision-making tree? Is it just from like demos that you've watched, or is it just intuition? What are we talking?
I mean, it's actually really tough to say. It's just something that I always liked. I have a really hard time understanding why I actually like... I think I have a good understanding of where, and I watch a lot of games, so I understand where the T's are like walking behind the smokes.
Okay.
And I know a lot of smoke spams in general.
Yeah.
Is that something you practice though, like the lineups for those type of spams for the smokes, or when you see a certain smoke wall spam, you have a timing and things like that?
I have been a lot in the past. I mean, I have been watching a lot of my own demos, and then I put like X-ray on, and then I see, okay, I'm spamming a bit too much to the left. Then the next time I need to spam a little more to the right because they're walking this line. And almost everybody is walking the same path.
I was wondering how much visualization, like in my mind, when I'm watching some of these pros, it's so clear that they're imagining where the opponent's about to be, right? Even with the crosshair. But like, would you say that that's something that's happening at this point on an unconscious level, or are you consciously visualizing? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like
unconscious.
Unconscious.
At this moment, I think, yeah.
But when you were developing, when you were, you know, coming up,
and you were thinking about it a lot.
You are.
Now you're so used to it, you know the spam spots.
Right.
And sometimes you're also just really lucky, right?
Yeah, but also, you know, I know I'm just trying to take muscle memory out of my vocab because apparently it's not real.
Well, according to Valence, I don't know, he was reading something on his stream and he was saying muscle memory is not an actual thing, but
in terms of, you know, it not being conscious anymore, that is one of those components. These pros probably have gotten there as well.
I will say I also take more shots than other players through the smoke.
Well, you miss 100%.
That's true.
The shots you don't take.
True that.
Oh, is that the top? It might be the one-way.
Is that a disruptive one?
To see if it was thrown. It wasn't. Never mind. Cancel that.
It was someone landing onto top of the main roof to try and stop any smokes that would bounce. But look at Stewie. He's straight in and
Not enough
down.
noise.
Yes, sends him out. And
nice.
That was through Squeaky. Oh, that sucks.
So unlucky.
That sucks so much. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never love those. We had a couple of awkward deaths yesterday in the Complexity versus Ago game. We had one where Fiku was in a one-on-one, and he went around the world and jumped off the bridge on Dust 2 and cratered in CT spawn.
I saw that.
And then we had poor JT, who got stuck with a nade in his hand and accidentally blew himself up.
There's, you know you like to play the percentages, Glaive. What's the percentage of them winning this? Oh.
0. 0. The AK had 2 HP, it was 0 before.
Okay.
It was like 5, I think.
Come on,
now it's 0, right?
Give it 1% when the Mac 10 was alive. Give me something off the goose egg. But no, Heroic have handled business, and we'll be closing that gap. Just a 1-round deficit. They've got funds, though.
Yeah, a little bit. Rush is a bit light on, but Stewie can drop, so it might not be the end of the world. One of the things is with the T side, right? And obviously you have Farley in the team now. On a map like Nuke, is it that AWP something that you prioritize, or is it something that you think you can go without on a map like Nuke?
I think you can go without, but it gets really tough when the T's knows that you don't have one.
Okay.
And it gets tough.
Oh, so it's
you wanted to be afraid.
Yeah, just the threat of it existing.
Yes, but you can play without an AWP if they don't know.
I think Fury have done that, pulled that off.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
They have the craziest T side on Nuke.
Yeah, what is your like professional take on that? You know, Fury, a professional Counter-Strike team bucking the trend of using Yard.
Yeah.
Does it not just seem like you're kind of making life difficult for yourself?
I remember we have been playing them in practice a couple of times, and they are really good. But when you actually look at, if you actually prep against them, then it's not that tough.
It's not as scary.
Yeah.
So it's more they're profiting from the uncertainty and the
I think so.
unusual nature.
Yeah, I think so. I think they are a good team.
Oh, definitely. Very fun to watch as well.
Yes. And they have been doing good in Pro League.
Yeah, really, really. I'm looking forward to playoffs.
Yes. Refresh got a flash here. Ooh,
oh.
Gap, huge gap.
They nearly lost the whole team, and they kind of have. Yard is clear, says Refresh.
Where do you go now? Ramp, I guess.
Yeah, but look who's waiting. Tessus hasn't had to do much this game. Turns the flash nicely. Cirque loses his hair down to 9 HP just through the floorboards. They're going to jump into his crosshair, and Tessus with the pre-fire, not good enough.
There's a chance now.
There's a chance.
Ahead of it. Rush can't get caught out jumping. Oh, but a snappy one out of Refresh. This gets awkward now. Really awkward, especially with the loss of Breeze. Cirque just doesn't have the health to win this one. He'd have to hit every single bullet he takes. No margin for error, safe from the flashbang. Not the second they have done their due diligence. One, expecting a trade and through the floorboards, no less.
Great round. Refresh, that was really good. That hard clear, when I see those hard clear, it's like what Shush did to you guys on Overpass yesterday.
Yes, exactly.
Those kind of clears, I'm like, how do they even have in that situation the cognizance to go for that type of a play? It's crazy.
Oh, he wrecked me. He outplayed me badly.
Oh dear.
Oh, but that's a gap you just cut. I mean, you know, in terms of demo review, right? When EG are watching this one back, you just go and throw that smoke 10 times without the gap afterwards, I'd imagine. So brutal to lose them, and yeah, that's exactly how it feels.
Those gaps, it's the worst part. When that happens to you, you just get so frustrated.
And knowing you've lost the round before you've got to play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, horrible.
Can't even get down secret.
Stound's feeling aggressive. Molly lined up for top pop.
They will know it's top immediately because of this aggression.
Ah, touche.
He's disconnected from the pack, right? So that's the biggest issue.
And Refresh probably dumping his util because of that. Breeze doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. It doesn't matter. Gets the frag anyway. We're going to have a bomb plant here. Trying to contest the front side plant. And Sendry to buy time. One way, is it available? Do they have smokes for it? Yes.
They already dropped one.
Oh, it's going to be a hard one to hold on to for EG. They're going to feel the wrath of an EU topside retake. Or not. Breeze, another frag with his low HP.
This is an important round. They might have to save.
Pod Molotov by automatic through heaven. He wanted to put it into main so he could plan, but he actually decided not to because of the one-way smoke.
Hey, that isn't the magic number 3?
Yeah, that's perfect in terms of destruction right now. Next round, what are we looking at loss bonus-wise? Just 1900 for Heroic. So this game is on. This game is very much on. This is not going to be a walk in the park for Heroic.
But still Heroic favorite, right?
Yeah, well, CT side, they're saving 2 guns here.
Yeah.
If they can save 2 guns. Cirque knows that the other player made it to spawn, I think.
They're not going to have the best buy next round.
Now, this is a question, right? So next round with the 1900 loss, right, would you prefer to go for the force buy behind the 2 saved guns, or would you prefer to take the save and then when you know next round you're going to get the 2400 loss?
Yeah, you have to force.
Have to force?
You have to force.
Okay.
Because you're not even going to get like a full buy if you save, unless they save both of their weapons this round and you're not sure they're going to do that.
Well, Cadian could drop an M4, right? He had enough money to do so, and he has. And then at this point, Tessus could go for a FAMAS or an MP9 with util, and then they can actually make the buy look a little bit respectable. And they're going to take a timeout on the EG side of things to have a discussion here. So I think at this point of the game, it's nice to have a look at the scores on the doors, right? Stound and Refresh, 22 for Stound, 20 for Refresh. But automatic, right? Do you expect a player to come back? And he's been, you know,
been good.
Yeah, coming back from Valorant, he's actually been pretty handy. There's been no dramas with him at all. It's like he never went.
I think his positions, on some maps at least, when I watch them, it's also like the star player position.
Okay.
You want some of your best players in those positions. So I think they want him to be really good, and he needs to. And he has been, so that's nice.
It must be a good feeling for him as well, you know, coming back into the game that captured your attention and immediately being able to compete with the very best. Like, it must just be so much dopamine, like, oh my god, I've got so much to learn.
Just ran off for a sec.
Yeah. Sorry, I got lost for a little bit. You know, everyone does. Everyone does.
Exactly.
Okay, big time, big round. Force has come in as Glaive has prophesied, and some lost util. They'll see if that can be exploited in any way.
I wanted to go peek into door here.
They're posturing for ramp. 4 of them leaning there early. Tessus, to be fair, hasn't been tested all too often.
Does this fall into the same bucket you were talking about before, just avoid that AWP that they know was saved?
Yes.
Okay. Because a different round.
Could
But
be
I also
there.
have an M4, so now it's tough.
Oh, Tessus is putting bullets down range, but
surely.
He's being run down. They hear his descent and confirm he has committed to the lower site. More rotates have gone down as well. They can go anywhere with this.
It's not always the best to just run down run to the B side when you get ramp. Sometimes it's better to just like take a chill.
Deny the info,
and let's do something else.
This AWP position from Cadian is really powerful, right? You see Simple drop into this mid-round when they lose territory a lot.
The setup is actually pretty good right now.
Did that barrel flash? I think Shush's turn might have actually betrayed him. Cirque's staring at it, they know.
Door and main is the only thing that is open. It's a pretty good setup, but Cadian has to look for a door at some point if it's open.
I like the bait and switch here.
Yeah, they should smoke something off now if they're going under.
30 seconds.
Smoke window and smoke single or something. And they could smoke everything if they want.
Yeah, but let's see if they do. You have to get through Tessus first. Single smoked. Refresh. He's ready, and he does connect. Oh, and it's a disaster for EG. Just a pistol. Wins the round. Automatic, can't change the dialogue, and yeah, that is a dream round for Heroic. What a recovery.
That's how you use the 5-7. Now I know.
Yeah.
Just try it out.
There are some players that think it's the most underrated pistol or weapon in Counter-Strike.
Yeah. 5-7 is pretty good.
One shot headshot up close.
Yeah, that's true. You just need to have those close range positions.
20 bullets.
That looks great.
Also UMP. Did not use that in much.
I saw you bringing the UMP back.
Still good.
That extra
really
$100
bucks. A lot, did they, in this round, though? They only had to change their setup once, right? After they lost the ramp rotation, then they just rotated and then they waited. There wasn't any more poking and prodding.
Oh, that's true.
Didn't keep them guessing.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Which is something heroic.
They could have used some flash when they went down under as well. Would have made it easier.
They didn't really use everything they had at their disposal. But again, they're not really testing yard. They're just parked in towards lobby again. So this is very caged because you look at Stound's position. Oh, hold up. They might be coming in a moment. It's an easy squeaky
That
smoke.
Molotov is going to be important. Look at that Molotov Shoes has now right now.
Well, he doesn't have a smoke to extinguish here, so he wants to fight.
Oh.
Swing through, punish the hunt, and a nice double. Refresh and Shush defending the top site bravely and competently. Cirque doesn't even get a chance to play the game. Cancelled on the smoke. Too many bodies, not enough time. 12-11.
I have a question, Glaive. Do you think they've stopped doing the smoke wall yard because the one round they did it had the gap and they got punished? Because we haven't seen them go back to it since.
That's true. They need, if they want to win this, they have to do some kind of smoke wall.
So even just a classic, like 2 next to T-Red and cross secret that way?
Sure. If you don't know them, just go and underhand them, like right-click them.
It's been very one-dimensional, right, the last couple of gun rounds they've had. You haven't had to worry about yard at all.
That is an astute observation that it does sync perfectly with that oopsie.
Yeah,
double.
imagine that. You're not confident in Nuke right now when the scoreline is 12-11 to pull out the smoke wall yard. Like, you've lost a whole part of the map and you're not Furia. So you're not choosing to lose that part. Oh, yikes.
Let's see. I guess next round, now they're talking. They're just running around talking, waiting for them to raise some grenades, use some money.
What do you call this? Do you have a name for this? Because we really struggle to put a name on these type of ecos.
I have no idea. Like,
we need to come up with something. A coffee meeting?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not bad. Essentially...
some kind of meeting, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're even drinking coffee.
When we're having the coffee meeting, maybe production can, when we address it, they can bring up the player cams. We can see the dialogue. You know, we can have a little picture of the conversation. That would have been nice.
You can see some mouths moving. At what point, though, as a CT side, do you establish, oh, they're just trying to bait out our nades? Pretty early, I imagine. Yeah.
Quickly. Yeah.
And here we go. Tessus one and done. See you later. Alligator.
Oh, more 5-7 action.
Almost.
Didn't quite look as intimidating as Refresh is.
You would take a kill.
You would. And
only
they
had
have.
the 5-7? Yeah. Oh, he
No,
had the...
he had an AWP, and it's still in play because Cirque is here today. 30 seconds, bomb lost, and I guess he's just going to try and keep hold of that.
I think he dropped the AWP in Windows.
He must have, because it didn't show that he had the...
Exactly.
Yeah, it didn't show that he had the AWP on him, so I guess... okay, well, getting cheeky with it, Cirque.
Nice.
I guess he wants to go down, make sure he gets the loss bonus here, and deny the AWP going forward. Kaden can still afford one. That's not the end of the world, but if this is a round win for EG, that's when those ramifications will be felt. But let's see, do they know a different variation to the smoke wall now? How many does your team know?
You know them both fast and delayed.
Okay.
You can use them delayed, and you can go into lobby, and you also know them fast. So probably around 8 or something.
8 different variations, and so far we've only seen EG throw one with a gap. So let's see.
7, 8, I think. Yeah.
And they haven't gone for it early. We ramp push.
Oh, and yeah, Testis is on a lot of hot water. Shush has pushed with him. In fact, the whole team's here. So lobby lost. What's the counter? You know you've lost lobby.
I think Kaden hits a gun.
Yeah.
Found an AK. Yeah, that's all right.
Does mean he's got plenty of funds. He's played this game well.
I think this is another one of those really good calls from Heroic, understanding what they're up against. 2 rifle rounds where it was very lobby-centric, and then they've gone, well, it's likely they go back to yard, let's just push lobby, and it's worked.
Yes. Nice. Great context call.
How was that, though? This makes things interesting. Lowered lost. If they were to come up secret... Oh, Stewie's lurk on red is cancelled. That will propel Circan Automatic forward. Let's see if they can build anything more out of this. And Stown off the ladder is good for it. That was the bomb, and that looks like the round.
Did you call it a context call?
Yeah, I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
That's a really good name.
Yeah, it's perfect.
A really good name.
I'm so glad Chad heard it as well. I was just sitting there like, wow, that's new vocab.
Context.
You have context calls and you have non-context calls.
Okay, how many of those you make in a game, the non-context?
I try to not think too much about it because you can mindfuck yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have that many non-context, but I think a lot about the context.
Okay.
I think every good in-game leader thinks a lot about context, like what do they expect us to do and what should we do instead.
I feel like Carrigan, sometimes you just talked about how it can mess with your mind. I think Carrigan like lives and dies by those context calls.
He does. Kaden is pretty good at it as well.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot on the CT side with stacking, like they just rushed inside.
All the gambles, yeah.
Yeah, now we just gamble outside.
See him?
Oh!
Yikes!
Shot.
That's something, but right open the round, we've lost a rifle that could be retrieved. It's not a pretty buy. They would love a bomb plant.
They have a smoke and a molly right now, and what would you be trying to do with this, Glaive here? Limited util.
I think you need to... Yeah, it's tough. Either you go yard or you go ramp, I think. Probably maybe just on a smoke main.
Take this, yeah.
Or we go inside.
It could vent drop, I suppose. Or at least try to, not anymore.
Oh, it's really tough.
Oh, they didn't play ahead of their util, and they missed the molly too. That's all their util gone. Just one flash.
Either you need to use that... I think you need to go there. When you smoke main, you just need to rush out.
Oh, another kill given over.
Hang on.
5v3.
That's an unforced error. They leave the bomb. They want to see... Oh, 2 ramp. He got info. Don't know how much. Refresh a threat on ramp.
2.
Oh, headshot exchange. Okay.
He's past heaven.
He's there, and he's into the site in time.
I heard him.
Testis will have to find a multi-kill again, and just as easy as that, he's secured the round. Unless Stewie's feeling frisky. 1 remains. It's Refresh, and he is within that 1-shot range. 20 seconds, Stew. Bomb. Fake. Swung. Oh, just can't find the bullets. 15 found. Refresh clutches up. That was a close one.
Yeah, considering that they didn't actually utilize their utility there, they still made a round out of it, which is the most surprising thing. Well, maybe now they'll be given the space to try the smoke wall? Maybe?
It's time. It's time. Let's do it.
But then Heroic are going to probably send Cadian down secret and get answers immediately.
He's going yard with the AWP and Stown's there too. Automatic and Circ out there fast.
No smokes though.
Oh, they're playing aggressive. They're not going to let him establish anything.
This is very vogue. Lots of Warpers love this line at the moment. Oh, and Circ actually deals with the Stown presence. So 2 frags to the good for EG. They want to play on.
The play Kaden just made, call that Kaden.
Okay. All right, we can add that one to the book. Now, maybe you could talk us through how you should respond with 1:20 left on the clock in a 5v3 situation.
5v3, now they just need to wait, but it's really, you need to jiggle, like the door thing, because if he is walking in, he'd probably get the kill if you don't jiggle it, and you're just sitting there watching it, so you need to hit an instant headshot.
And they've gone for a gamble.
Gambling ramp? Boosting ramp?
Boosting maybe?
Yeah. No?
Just playing off of each other at the moment, so...
Just gambling. They're really good at gambling, actually.
So Breeze has lost territory and Cadian re-advances.
Oh, nice shot.
Well done.
Needed that.
One more.
Clean round denied. Shush will live on.
All right, Shush. Give us a 1-on-5.
Oh my god.
Come on, mate.
Not any more of those, please. No more clutches for him.
I don't have enough to get a full buyout next round, so he might just consider the save. Tessus is 1.6 and Stown has 2.7, right? 1,400 loss coming in. You guys can do the maths at home. Shush, if he holds on to this, he can drop for Tessus. Stown should have enough, and it will be another buy. So EG have made double digits, but that's probably about it. I don't see this one going OT.
If they win the next round, they don't have that much money, right?
Yeah, true. Well, they can break
like
their bank.
15,
Yeah.
13?
Bend them over the knee here late. Yeah, the CT side economy can be in the bin.
Yeah.
I guess Heroic did just give away. We didn't see the rush kill, but they just did give away 2 opening kills again, right?
And the
that's
third kill on Stown, we didn't see that either.
Yeah.
Oh.
Over. I guess they could just turtle up, right? Yeah. Like they don't have to be super aggressive about things.
Okay, look at the money. Let's see how they manage it. Yeah, juggled and discussed very quickly. Heroic coming
there it
in.
is.
That was the pick.
Nice shot. Very nice shot.
That's why he was pre-aimed. Just for the aggressive CT climb
It's
up.
pretty sad to be Cadian at that point, right? You're holding that angle, you hear them spray, just waiting for them, and then everybody dies.
And you have to try and turn a 3v5 around. So it's a revenge from EG. Big round and play. Can Heroic end it here, or will the gap close even more and finances get involved? 27 frags from him as well. He has been the difference maker for them in the absence of others.
If you like to do the yard cross to secret there, is that position that Cirque picks up, just you deal with that with just a quick flash on a timing as you cross to secret? Or not something you're normally worried about when you're crossing?
No. His position, like in warehouse?
Like the one where you do the crossover, like straight across yard into secret, and the boost up on this blue box just there from Cirque with the AWP. He was actually looking for that type of a push.
Yeah, that's really worrying. That's extremely worrying, yeah. You need someone to hold that. They're stacking a lot.
There's a lot of presence yard.
1 to 5 yard, I think.
Yeah. Couple of flashes remain. 3 left for the CTs. A bit of chip damage found. Cajun's even casting his eyes over there as well. They really want to punish this. Close main nade, finds nothing. And whoa, Cadian deletes Cirque. A lazy clear from automatic. And just like that, the round can fall apart.
I mean, it's crazy to just sell inside that point. They didn't have anyone playing inside. Maybe one player. So if they went inside, they would never
take the gamble.
Yeah, but they know from before that they lost, like that the context. They know when they did the inner pop, they just got wrecked, right?
They're going vent to top, so it could come back to bite them here, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello.
So they're in.
Not much utility for Heroic.
No smokes, but Stown might find them.
Nice.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a red face.
Have a smoke,
for
Stewie.
EG. Stewie does have that smoke. Needs to get it down. Delay. Enable Breeze to play. 2 versus 4 Stewies, and Secret could be caught by Ramp. Cajun didn't spot him. Big Jewel loses it. All onto Breeze. Oh, this one's GG'd. They didn't check him. They didn't check him. He actually had a chance. Little did he know. Full white screen, and that is GG. Heroic take the victory.
As expected.
Yeah, an absolute pleasure, bro. Thank you for joining us.
Really nice.
That was so cool.
Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Making a pretty strong case. Yam throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.